Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So excited to have you here. Today we're doing a speed build of my garden area. Thank God. I'm still figuring out how I'm gonna record audio, but for this, I'm lucky enough that I'm not capturing and recording audio at the same time. It's just a voiceover, so I can use my actual microphone and it's actually listenable. So look forward to that. Filming this was really fun. It took a really long time. As you can see, I had sort of started renovating before I actually started filming, and I was like, you know what, I should film a speed build of this. You will see this go through many different color variations. That was my big thing with this build, was figuring out what color I wanted everything to be. That was the real struggle. I had to cut out so much of me going in and out of Able Sisters, picking out new designs, but all of the final custom designs that I ended up going with, I will put in the description. And actually, this morning I ended up changing it again, but you'll see later in the video and I can explain like what I changed, but I will leave all the custom designs that you see in this video in the description. They're really cute, and it was really hard to pick. But yeah, how are you guys doing? First of all, the day that I'm recording this is Marshall's birthday, so happy birthday, Marshall. I am fast forwarded in my game a couple of weeks. I don't do super fast time traveling, which is why I don't have any of the mushroom items, which, God, I want them so badly. But, yeah, I'm fast forwarded a couple of weeks, so I actually celebrated Marshall's birthday a little while back, and I just waited until the day to post about it. But you can check out my birthday post for him on my Instagram. His birthday party was so cute. First, the guest was Kiki, which Kiki and Marshall, oh my God, such cuties. And then later in the day, Genji came over. And for those who don't know, on my island, there's like a weird love triangle between Genji, Coco, and Marshall. And I don't know, there's a lot going on there. But yeah, so there's that little development. Here, as you can see, I am starting the process of recoloring the stalls. We do this about 100 times in this video. I just could not decide what colors I wanted. Honestly, looking at this now, I'm not mad at it, but I'm not mad at how it ended up being either. So, you know, maybe one day I'll change my mind again, and you'll have to, next time I do an island tour, it'll be completely different, but who knows. But yeah, second development is the update is happening tonight. I am so excited. As soon as the update drops, I'm going to be getting pumpkins, and I'm going to be renovating Butch's farm into a pumpkin patch, and I'm super excited. I already picked out a custom design to use for a little like sign as like his pumpkin patch sign. Oh my God, I'm so pumped for the update tonight. What else is going on? As you can see here, it's a lot of adjusting. I really was super stubborn, did not want to move the barrel over there. So you will see me doing absolutely anything in the world to avoid moving it. Which is odd because I moved pretty much everything else 1,000,001 times in this video. But yeah, I obviously, you know, something that I kind of like about this game and about this community is that everybody is super creative with the limited items that we have available to us. But at the same time, I don't feel like there's like a ton of animosity towards copying and inspiration from other people. So obviously I'm not the first person to think of doing a greenhouse. You know, you can go online and find so much greenhouse inspiration and so many greenhouse patterns. Just searching greenhouse on the custom design portal, you get so much cool stuff. But at the end of the day, even if you're inspired by someone else's island, no two islands are going to be exactly the same. And I think it's kind of cool to see what other people do with the same sort of similar ideas. And there is my neighbor driving really fast by my house. Just because I figured out my microphone doesn't mean my neighbors have figured out how to stop being loud. But yeah, here I am placing a decoy duck. I actually got this duck from a friend, my friend Cody, because I do not have the recipe. I have been stalking Pecan's house, waiting for her to give it to me, but she has not been crafting in a few days, which is very annoying. But yeah, I moved the silo back a space. I did a lot of adjusting, like little adjustments of the path in this area, just to make more room, to make it more dynamic, I guess. And as you can see, I did the color change. I changed the stall pattern to be a white greenhouse pattern. Here's me emptying my pockets. And you're gonna see me change all of the stalls to white, and we don't keep the white, so this is all for nothing, but you know, it's a process. Any island that like looks super nice, either they did a ridiculous amount of planning, which kudos to anyone who's able to do that. I know that's not me at all. And or it took them a million years to figure it out. So I have about 650 hours in my game, and a lot of it is just me going back on things I've already done and changing them. So, you know, don't feel discouraged if you're like, oh, my island is trash. I promise you, your island is not trash, and frankly, it's really hard to make it not look like trash. And even when you might think your island is ugly, someone else might think that it's great and be copying it. So, you know, think about that. If you think your island's trash, I think that I don't even know at the end of the day, oh, Coco sat down. Yeah, my villagers were being really cute while I was doing all this. I kept walking by. Unfortunately, I cut this part out, but I might post it as a clip on Instagram. But I kept walking to and from my house to get things. And every time I walked by the little bandstand area, Bob was singing or playing the drums. And it was so cute. But yeah, here I am. This garden faucet moves around so much in this video and changes colors, and the puddles move around so much. I wanted the puddles to be by the silo where the duck is because I wanted it to be like he was swimming over there. But I also wanted it to be by the faucet and or the watering can. But since I got rid of my big puddle pattern to make room for more custom designs, rip to the big puddle. I love that puddle so much. But having two small puddles instead of a small one and a big one is much better for my custom design slots. But yeah, ever since I got rid of it, it's been harder. I don't want it to look too like duplicated, so I'm trying to spread them out a little bit. Here you can see me pushing everything back. Another thing about this area that I didn't like was how little space there was for the actual picnic area, because I wanted it to be a garden with a greenhouse, but also a space where you could have like a picnic and eat. Here I am changing the color of this lamp. This lamp does not stay. I end up going back to the rattan lamp just because I think it looks more outdoorsy. But yeah, I wanted the more room for the picnic space, and a lot of the inspiration for the greenhouse ended up coming from the picnic space. So once I figured that area out, I eventually just gave up on the greenhouse. You're gonna see at some point. Let me see when it is in the video. It's coming up in a minute or two. I actually stopped building. Actually, I don't know. Is it in a minute or two or is it later? I can't tell. But at some point in this video, I stopped building and took a break and came back. And once I got over the, I was like, I'm tired of this greenhouse. I can't figure it out. I don't like it. So I took a break. I came back and then I worked on the picnic area. And once I had the picnic area figured out, then I was like, okay, I got this. The greenhouse, it's coming to me. So that's, I guess, another piece of advice that I have for anyone who's struggling to decorate their island. If there's one area that's giving you trouble, just work on a different area, and then it might help like spark some creativity with you. I don't know. That helps me a lot. I'm constantly fidgeting with things and changing them. I posted my bedroom build the other day, and since then, actually, I haven't really changed the bedroom that much, but I added some socks on the ground. Something that I actually meant to do in the video, but it just like slipped my mind at the end. But oh my god, it looks so cute. I love having the little socks. And they look super cute on the sloppy rug. When is Nintendo going to give us the sloppy furniture back? Like, of all the sets, honestly, in the previous games, like, I love a ton of the furniture sets from the previous games, like, the minimalist furniture. Oh my god. My house in New Leaf was just the minimalist set for so long. I loved that furniture so much. And I loved the light green color that Cyrus could decorate it to. But of all the furniture sets I'd want them to bring back, the sloppy furniture, I don't think that's a controversial opinion. Like, I think the sloppy furniture, everyone agrees, is just the best. It's simply the best. Here I am starting on the picnic area, which ends up being my favorite part of this build. I'm still, even though I really like how the greenhouse turned out, I'm still a little bit torn on it. But the picnic area I think looks super cute. I'm planting some flowers here, and I might change the flowers up. The only the flowers on my island have been frustrating me because I'm trying to breed purple and blue hyacinths so they look like lupins because it's a Mayan-inspired island. But it just takes so long to duplicate, and I need to start inviting my friends over more often to water my flowers for me because this is not working. But I planted a bunch of white cosmos and a couple of green mums to decorate a little bit. And here I am customizing the mom's tea cozy. Here's another hot tip. If you have a second character on your island, they also get all of the mom's items in the mail. So if you ever need mom items, you just get another person. And it's a lot easier than finding people to trade with. I don't know what compelled me to put the table down before I put down the blanket, but I did, and that was my mistake. Here I am with the cake. I ended up changing the cake to be the carrot cake again, just so because I thought the brown color looked nicer. Oh, there's Butch down there. He's so cute. But yeah, I ended up going with this super cute pink blanket. I think I went with the pink blanket. And then I used this blanket design that I have down at my cafe as the cushion designs. And I think it's super cute for fall. I don't know if I'll keep this like color scheme all year round, but definitely for fall, I think it's perfect. But yeah, I actually, oh, there's a train going by. I hope you can't hear that. Once again, just because I have my audio figured out doesn't mean that the cars or the train have theirs figured out, and that's very rude. Clearly I did not plan that when I moved into this house, but me renting an apartment is less about whether or not I want to be a YouTuber and more about where I can afford to live and also go to school. So, you know, you gotta have your priorities straight when you're on a student budget. But yeah, I think at this point I moved that swirly path slightly to the left just so I had more room for the blanket, because obviously I can finesse it a little bit and like cover up the parts of the blanket that don't have the fringe on them, but it just didn't look good and I couldn't stand not having the fringe there, and there was no way for me to like cover it up fully, so I was just like, I just have to move it. I can't deal with the fringe not being there. It just looks weird. Sometimes I'll find myself like the Sims builder in me will like want to put items slightly closer together than I know that I can in this game, or like especially when I'm like decorating walls and I'm like, oh, I could put this right under here, and I realize I can't, and then I just have to take a minute and just like, no, Natalie, you can't do that. This game is not The Sims. You can't. It's not actually a building game. You're not actually building anything. Here we go, we're changing it to the pink blanket, which I think looks super cute. I actually was torn about keeping this pattern, and I'm so glad that I did. See, there's me with the cushion, like super upset that I can't cover it up, and I ended up moving the swirly design one space over so that I had room. See, there's me trying to cover it up with the tree and realizing I can't push it closer to the cushion. I'm like, oh, if I was playing The Sims, I could turn on move objects, but we do not have that in Animal Crossing. Which honestly is fine. If there's one thing that I wish was in this game, let me think. There was one thing that I was like really hoping that this game would let us do, and I cannot. It's completely left my mind. See, there I added the fringe, so now it's less stupid. God, it left my brain. I mean, besides gyroids, obviously gyroids. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things that I wish were in this game, but overall, it's just so fun. And you know, the other Animal Crossing games still have their charm. I really need to check in my GameCube town because I bought a Wii off of eBay over the summer, and I have the GameCube game, and I haven't checked into my town in a minute, and I'm scared that they moved away. But I have to time travel back to August so that I can do the August raffle, because I had all of my tickets, and I totally forgot to do the raffle, so hopefully my villagers don't leave me if I time travel back to August. Oh, I'm so nervous. Here you can see me fidgeting with the bugs. I wish that the cicadas came in a prettier box, because I had no idea that people thought the cicadas sound annoying. I think they sound really nice. And I actually think that the waterfalls sound way more annoying than the cicadas. That's just me personally though, but unfortunately the cicadas come in those like ugly, like actually like scientific looking bug boxes, as opposed to the crickets, which come in those really pretty like cages. So yeah, I think there's a couple spots on my island where I might keep the cicadas, but there's me fidgeting with the boxes. I end up changing that in the end because I didn't like the colors of them. I'm very picky about colors. It's the Sims builder and me coming out with like, I need to have this exact color of this item or I can't use it. That's something about this game. If they were gonna update Nook's Cranny, I'd love if they gave us Cyrus on the second floor and you could go to him and pay a fee, like in New Leaf, to customize the furniture that you can't customize yourself. So, like, for example, like the computers. The computers come in a specific color, but you can customize the screen, right? But like, imagine if you, oh, here we go. Here's the time change. At some point during that, I took a break and came back. But now, as you can see, I've really taken a break and come back, and we have a completely different pattern. Oh yeah, what I was saying about Cyrus. You could like bring the computer to Cyrus and he could customize the actual color of it. So instead of having a white laptop, you could have a black laptop. You know what I mean? Sort of like a hybrid of what they had in New Leaf and what they have in this game with the crafting system. I think that would be really cool. And make it way easier to the colors you want, because that is the hardest thing about this game, is going online and finding people who have the color of the item that you want. There you can see, spoiler alert for the design of the sign for Butch's pumpkin patch. But yeah, as you can see, I changed this area again. I changed the stalls. I found this adorable pattern that's like flowers hanging down. It's like a white and purple and green hyacinth hanging off of the stall. It's so cute, but I just didn't have enough spaces in my custom designs to keep it. I ended up changing it so that the glass pattern that you see in the back on the simple panels is on it, and it looks fine. I like it. At some point in the video, I change it to that, and then I change it back because I'm like, oh, I miss my flowers. But at the end of the day, I did not have enough room, and there was a spot on my island where I accidentally changed a code, and it was a code that I was actually using, so I had to change it back. That was a really complicated way of explaining it, but yeah, I had to change it back. So here, as you can see, I have the Zen cushion pile as like a pile of like dirt bags or something. I don't know, I'm not a farmer. But yeah, I was fidgeting with that a little bit. I ended up moving, oh, here we go, moving the puddles again. But I ended up moving everything slightly to the left. So what's it called? The greenhouse is not centered anymore with the trees. It's like slightly larger, but I think it looks good. I prefer to have the stalls match up with each other as opposed to having one that was sort of like cutting into the other. I think it looks better that way. And I thought the reason I didn't like the stalls to begin with was because of like the layout, but I ended up going with like almost the exact layout that I had originally. I think it was just the colors, and also the picnic area I wasn't a big fan of, so now that I changed that, I feel a lot better about it. So yeah, a lot of building for me in this game is just fidgeting with things. So you can see I changed the cardboard boxes over there. I added some more flowers in between. I love this little daisy pattern on the ground. I switched out my blueberries for my island tour. I was sick of the blueberries. I couldn't do it. I was like, if I want to save my island in fall, you're not going to see the bushes that have the little blueberry flowers on them. So like, what's the point, you know? And it was taking up a slot that I could use for something else. And yeah, I just like the little white flowers better. So you'll see that code as well as all the other codes. Yep, nope, now it's daytime. I changed it to daytime so I could take pictures. Let me see how much of this video is actually left. Okay, well, the build is actually coming to an end. This is actually what it looks like today, right now in my game, with the glass on the stalls. But for the purposes of this video, I ended up changing it back to that original design. And it does look cute. They both look cute. This is more of like a practical thing. And as you can see, I'm just doing the finishing touches now, moving around the water dispenser, so you can get some fruit juice for your picnic. And yeah, we are coming up on the end. I think I ended up moving the crafting bench inside of the greenhouse instead of hidden behind the silo. There I am customizing that cushion. I liked the polka dots, but I thought it was like a little too whimsical, I guess. And I really like the way that pattern looks on the pillow. So here I am fidgeting with this, playing with the scale. We're almost done. I'm not sure if I move. Oh yeah, I'm moving this because I thought that the balance was off. Another thing to look out for when you're decorating is if there's a lot of items of the same size and shape in a single area, you might want to like spread them out a little bit, because there were two like square items that were like tall and square next to each other, and so I decided to like balance it out by moving the wooden bucket, which is smaller and like circular, and putting that next to the faucet. Am I moving it? Oh yeah, this was a struggle. Oh, I kept placing the wrong one, that's why. But yeah, this is pretty much the finished build. There we go, we've slowed down now. So yeah, this is the finished build. Like I said, I did end up changing the pattern on the stalls, but it looks super cute. And I'm changing the flowers too. Look at me. I think it looks super cute, and I'm really excited to take pictures here and bring my friends here. But yeah, be on the lookout for my next build. It's gonna be Butch's Farm, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.